Ginger, say hello, y'all. Yo, what is up, creators? Desmond here, and today we're discussing the Ulanzi TT43 expandable tripod. That's a little long. Let's just say it like this. It's a lightweight, super easy tripod that I recently stumbled across. It may be new to some, but it's definitely new to me. It may be old to some, but who knows? But what I can tell you is this. This tripod here was and is a game changer. And I'll be honest, bonus, it works perfect with the DJI Pocket 3. Hands down, hands down. And that's kind of why we're gonna talk about it, because this tripod literally saved my life last week. It literally was the most prized tool in my bag, and we're gonna talk about it. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the tripod. Ulanzi tripod is of course extremely light. I recently paired it with my DJI Pocket 3 while traveling, and I can tell you it made a huge difference in my workflow, made a huge difference as a videographer, it made a huge difference as someone who likes to create content but doesn't like to film himself. So it kind of just made everything a little bit more efficient for me. So if you're a videographer, content creator, or a traveler, stick around because I'm going to break down how this lightweight, efficient tripod setup has improved my content creation process and also whether it's worth adding to your gear bag. Here's a tip. It is. Now, here's the thing. This tripod technically also acts as a light stand, and I use it for both. But one of the things that I like to look at is that when you think of tripods like this, you know that you're going to eventually put a light on it. You know that you may want to put something lightweight on it. I use this as a lightweight tripod to do some small interviews, and I needed a small light to put on it, but I didn't want to bring one of my heavier ones. So what we know is lighting is everything. And when it comes to creating high quality content, whether you're shooting vlogs, client work, or cinematic travel footage, the right lighting setup makes all the difference. You can't always be searching for the sun because the sun may be behind a cloud. Let's call a spade a spade. So I needed something compact but powerful enough to be able to provide consistent lighting in different conditions and could hold the weight of a small light but not get blown away. And so that's exactly why the Ulanzi tripod was critical for me, because it was extremely light, but at the same time sturdy enough to hold my light. And so when I was doing interviews, I was able to put on a small light. I'll talk about the light later, and screw it right in at the ball head, and it was done, right? Now, the other thing is understanding that this tripod, the way that it breaks down, makes it extremely travel friendly, right? So I can pop these legs down, and boom, that's it. And then if I want to make it a little bit taller, I can do that as well. So when it came to traveling with this, it made it easy to travel internationally with it. It made it easy for me to keep that gear lightweight, so I was able to throw it on my bag and not feel additional weight. But at the same time, it was also something that, like I said, could hold my Pocket 3, and I was able to screw it on at the top, do what I need to do, walk around, record, and boom. So for my business, this means I can move quickly without being weighted down by bulky equipment. Now, do I see myself using this tripod locally? Absolutely. I can see myself using this tripod whether I am while I'm shooting an interview and I want some BTS. I can see this tripod being used when I'm in conference mode and I need to just screw a tube light on top of it. I can see this tripod being used if I just, like I did this week, put another light on it, put a small modifier, and boom. It's there. It also works if you're trying to capture details, but you don't have a lot of space. So this is a tripod that I highly encourage. Now, things that I will say that I really also liked was the build of it, right? So when you look at the build of this tripod, it's made of some type of lightweight aluminum, which is always amazing. But the clickers, these right here, they're tight. They're not moving. temperature-wise, it didn't heat up and get real hot, so I was still able to move it. And then also, it was very versatile, right? So it didn't make things feel awkward in a room, whether I was filming with children or not. So I was able to use this tripod in a way that was efficient. Now, pairing it with my Pocket 3 was seamless. One thing that I can say is the Pocket 3 is already a stabilized camera. It makes things amazing, but when I was able to screw it on, set it down, I knew that that Pocket 3 wasn't falling off. I also knew that it was going to be able to withstand what I was looking for. It was efficient for my workflow. Welcome to the show, Ginger. The other part is, of course, knowing that when we're looking at a tripod, of course, there's hundreds of them. There's a lot of brands that we can go for. But one thing that I can tell you that I really enjoyed when I looked at this tripod was knowing that it was going to be something that I could probably buy 2 or 3 of them and add to a bag and use for even smaller setup, whether I'm doing headshots or whatever the case may be. So I would definitely recommend the Ulanzi tripod. I think that is extremely worth it. For the cost, I think this tripod comes at right around 30 bucks. You can't beat that. You know, when you think of tripods, sometimes you're paying 50, 60 bucks for a travel tripod. This thing was $30. $30, and it got to me the next day. So I'll drop the link below. If you're serious about creating professional looking content while also keeping your setup light, hey, I'm going to always tell you, this one's the one to go for. It's the best investment that I think I've made so far this year. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Have you used the Ulanzi tripod before? Tell me some things that you may have seen that's similar. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have found that this video was just a little bit helpful, let me know. Hit that bell, hit that buzzer. I want you, of course, to do one thing though, keep creating. That being said, Ginger, say hello, y'all.